Now at 10, Dana Fulton says we could actually see a dry day tomorrow ahead of even more chances of rain. And a disappointing end to a thrilling Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll have the latest from Toronto. Plus, a new warning from the Better Business Bureau about counterfeit goods being sold online. Amy Reed breaks it down.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for watching News 3 Now at 10. I'm Keely Arthur. It looks like it's going to be another wet week in southern Wisconsin, so let's turn it over to Dana Fulton with your first alert forecast. Hi, Dana.
Hi, Keely. The good news, though, right now it's quiet for us, and we're actually looking for some sunshine to start off the week for your Monday, so no need for any Monday blues. We'll have some sun to help combat that, but showers will be returning before the end of the week. Looking at our Doppler track right now, again, quiet in southern Wisconsin. We certainly saw some mixed precipitation and snow flurries to the north, though, today. Looking at our severe weather chances, we're done with the storms for tonight. The severe weather potential is well to the east for us. It's about 51 in Madison right now, a little cool outside. Warmer air to the southeast, and temperatures compared to this time yesterday, we're in a pretty similar boat for much of Dane County, but for the southwest corner of the state, Platteville is about 16 degrees cooler. Same goes for Mineral Point, about a 14-degree drop for us in Monroe. That's thanks to this breeze coming from the northwest at about 20 miles per hour in Monroe, close to 10 miles per hour in Lone Rock and in Mineral Point. Anywhere from 10 to 20 expected overnight, with wind gusts getting up to almost 30 miles per hour as we head into tomorrow morning. So a very chilly evening ahead. And then as we head into tomorrow, do know that our temperatures are going to stay below average, but that comes along with the sunshine at least. We'll take a closer look at those rain chances ahead for the rest of the week, though, in just a few minutes. Keely?
All right, thank you, Dana. In Rock County, storms earlier today led to a power outage. The Beloit Police Department shared these photos from this afternoon. Several tree branches were knocked down, causing the outage in the Merrill and Garfield neighborhoods. Alliant Energy was able to restore it this afternoon. In Toronto tonight, the Bucks are regrouping after a disappointing loss. After trailing much of the night, the Bucks were able to force double overtime against the Raptors in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Toronto finally pulled away at the end, winning 118-112. Kevin Lewis will share the highlights coming up in about 15 minutes. With how far the Bucks have gotten this year, you might be thinking about wanting to invest in a Giannis jersey, but you need to be careful when shopping online. According to a study with the Better Business Bureau, billions of dollars are lost every year due to counterfeit products sold online, and jerseys are a big culprit in this area. Our Amy Reed joins us now to show us what we can do to stay safe.
Don't get me wrong, I love online shopping, and I even got this dress online, but for many people, 1 in 4, according to the BBB, have ordered something online and received a counterfeit product instead. Here's what you can do about it. The horror stories can be funny. Doll pants and furniture instead of life size, and a prom dress built for no high schooler on this planet. But the billions lost from goods that were not what you ordered isn't a joke to the Better Business Bureau.
Counterfeit goods have been a big problem, and it's exploded with the use of online shopping. Shoppers go look for a product that they're looking for, and they Google it, and they find it cheaper than they would in a retailer.
The issue is such a problem, the BBB calls it an epidemic in their study. They cite an experiment from the General Accountability Office where the office bought 47 products online and 20 were fakes, including 6 of 9 Yeti travel mugs, all 13 of the Urban Decay cosmetics, and 1 in 10 phone chargers. In our area, the BBB said fake jerseys are a big problem, and a quick search proved them right. This $30 Aaron Rodgers jersey is a fake, at least according to this review. Buyer beware. To the BBB, the money you might save just isn't worth it.
And sometimes it's a matter of a few dollars, if it even is a matter of a few dollars. Sometimes it might be even less than a few dollars.
To keep your dollars, the BBB said, do your research.
Check out the website address, check it out with the BBB. Read reviews. Be very careful when you're reading reviews because they could be fake reviews.
And if all that doesn't work, simply putting it on your credit card so you can get a refund through your bank could save you a lot of trouble and a lot of cash. Now, the Better Business Bureau has thousands of reports of this in the U.S., but they said it's still underreported. So if nothing else, if you have received counterfeit goods
or you paid and got nothing at all, they ask that you please let them know.
All right, thank you so much, Amy Reed. A man is recovering after being shot early this morning. Police say around 2:45 a.m. they responded to a disturbance at the Wickham Court Apartments near Totem Road and McKenna Boulevard. While there wasn't a report of a shooting, a man later showed up at the hospital with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. The incident is still under investigation. And a woman is in the hospital after she says she was beat up by two groups of adults this morning. Officers say around 1:15 a.m. they found a woman unconscious on the ground near Gorham and North Bloom Streets. At the hospital, she told officers there was a fight and that a gun was fired during the incident. She is expected to be okay. Police are still looking for a suspect. A man says he was almost stabbed and run over when he catcalled someone's girlfriend last night. The victim says he whistled at the suspect's girlfriend just before 7 o'clock near East Washington. The suspect then allegedly pulled out a knife and then tried to run the victim over with a car. Police have yet to make an arrest and are still looking at video surveillance footage. A Dane County judge will hear oral arguments tomorrow in a wrongful death lawsuit involving last year's explosion in Sun Prairie. Abby Barr filed the suit against VC Tech, Bear Communications, USIC Locating Services, and We Energies for their roles in the explosion that killed her husband, Captain Corey Barr. The lawsuit accuses those companies of not being careful when digging, improperly marking the gas line, and not shutting the gas off fast enough prior to the explosion. Two other firefighters were also injured. They have also filed lawsuits. Police in Beloit are asking for help in identifying two thieves they say broke into a car this weekend. Police say two men shown here were searching for items to steal in this car at the 1900 block of Cleveland Street. That's not far from the Beloit Boys and Girls Club. Police think there's a chance they could be connected to a similar crime that have happened on east and the west sides of the city. Anyone with information is asked to call the Beloit Police Department or area Crime Stoppers. A local brewery is buying another. Wisconsin Brewing Company based in Verona announced this morning that they will be buying the arena-based Lake Louis Brewery. The merger doesn't mean that any of Lake Louis's popular beer styles are going away. In fact, the merger will allow both brands to grow. Wisconsin Brewing Company's CEO Carl Nolan says the merger makes sense as he's been friends for years with Lake Louis owner Tom Porter.
We were able to sit at his table in his kitchen right there in Arena. Hey, why not? We're friends. Let's do this.
Nolan says everyone working for Lake Louis will be able to get a job at Wisconsin Brewing. The acquisition will be finalized in July. In Baraboo, high school, college, and community members gathered on one stage for a concert meant to heal.
Imagine all the people living for today.
The Would You Harbor Me, Would I Harbor You concert combines singing, dancing, and even sign language to create inclusivity and positivity. Organizers say it was all inspired by a viral photo last year of Baraboo students appearing to give a Nazi salute.
We all felt here, living here, how painful it was to go through this whole experience, and we needed something uplifting.
The concert included the UW Platteville-Baraboo-Sauk County campus and community choir with appearances from high school chamber singers. More Wisconsin frac sand mines could soon close. Experts say a major frac sand mining company is headed for bankruptcy, and it could soon bring several Wisconsin-based companies down with it. Emerge Energy Services is entering into a debt restructuring deal with its lenders. If the company files for bankruptcy, 75% of Wisconsin's mines could close. Experts say it's because of oversupply from companies building mines in Texas and Oklahoma. A Wisconsin racing legend is honored today. A bronze statue of Dick Trickle was unveiled today in Rudolph, Wisconsin. Dick Trickle was an American race car driver from our state who for decades competed in national and international races. In 1989, Dick won the NASCAR Rookie of the Year award. He's known as the winningest short track driver in race history. Still ahead, a major Big Ten championship held in Wisconsin for the first time in 9 years. We'll take you to the Big Ten rowing championship and share how our Badgers did ahead. Welcome back. It's been called the unofficial kickoff to summer in Madison, and people didn't let the rain stop them this morning for the 22nd annual WART FM Block Party. With a full lineup of music all day, it's a great way for Madison music fans to get in the summer festival mood.
It's great when we get to meet our listeners face to face and have them come out and celebrate with us.
WART FM is a mainly volunteer-run independent radio station. It's been a challenge, but for the past year or so, organizers have been preparing Wisconsin's biggest state park for the 2019 Big Ten Women's Rowing Championships. Today was the first time since 2010 that the event was held outside of Indianapolis. Our Madeline O'Neill explains how they pulled it off.
You know, there's a lot that goes into this.
Smooth sailing.
I think you're a little nervous about it.
Doesn't come easy.
It's a lot more than just putting boats on the water and racing.
That goes for these college rowers.
You know, there's a lot of endurance.
It's a pretty intense sport.
And those planning this Big Ten rowing championship.
We basically came into a state park and took over.
While planning over the course of a year, event director Alex Connect says sometimes things seemed a bit dicey.
We literally had no internet capabilities down here when we first met.
And no amount of planning can beat Mother Nature.
You know, funny enough, we were up here all week setting up and the weather was fantastic.
The threat of rain and severe weather pushed the start time 2 hours earlier.
It all comes together.
Taking lessons from the rowers themselves.
A lot of hard-working people who were willing to put in a lot of hours.
Organizers were able to pull off 7 races with 8 college women's rowing teams.
We were going crazy, whistling and cheering. It was great.
All for people like Rebecca Webster, here supporting her goddaughter, who rows for Indiana in a big way.
It's the first time that they've medaled at a Big Ten championship, so it's huge.
It may draw people back to Devil's Lake as well.
This is a beautiful place.
They say this is just a great venue. You know, they've even gone so far as saying the best venue in North America, so that's great to hear.
Proving that smooth sailing is worth riding the waves.
When it all comes through, I think is probably the best thing about an event like this.
In Baraboo,
Devil's Lake is great.
Madeline O'Neill, News 3 Now.
Michigan won the Big Ten title this morning, automatically qualifying them for the NCAA championships. The remaining Big Ten teams will learn their fate Tuesday during the NCAA selection show. BTN will show footage from today's event next Sunday morning at 10, and Kevin will have more on this in sports. The calendar may say May 19th, but it did not look that way up in Washburn County. This video from Shell Lake shows some light snow falling earlier. Temperatures were around freezing much of the day. And if you think that's bad, check out this picture from Bayfield County. Enough snow that Bayfield County sheriffs say plenty of the roads were very slick. And we didn't have to deal with any of that weather, but it wasn't too great here either. Dana Fulton is in with your first alert weather. Is it going to change anytime soon, Dana?
Thankfully, our Monday looks a lot better, Keely. Of course, we only had rain today. It was a cool rain at times for us. Our temperature's a little below average. We picked up just a little over a quarter of an inch of accumulation today at about 0.35 inches. So far this year, we've picked up just over 2.5 inches of rain, or 12.5 inches of rain, and that actually puts us almost 2 1/4 over where we should be for the year. So we keep talking about all of these rain chances. We keep talking about how we're just a little too soggy, a little too saturated right now. Again, 2.33 over 2 1/4 inches of accumulation ahead of where we should be. That's definitely not a good thing for us right now, but I think we'll take the rain we had today over the snow that was to the north. Right now, pretty calm outside, pretty quiet, just a little breezy and cloudy. But no storm sliding through for us overnight. A high of about 66 today. We started the day off close to 50. So those low temperatures a little above average, but the afternoon high, of course, a little below average for us. Our Doppler track, again, is nice and quiet to the north. They still have some mixed precipitation near Eau Claire. We're going to keep that far to the north for us as this area of low pressure continues to pull to the east, dragging those storms right now through the Midwest. Still has a little wraparound moisture for us in the northern portion of the state, but we're going to be quiet now. We're just looking at that northwest breeze to continue overnight, so it will be a little windy outside overnight. And for tomorrow morning, plan on a few strong wind gusts, but later in the afternoon, we'll start to get a little bit of clearing and a partly sunny sky is expected for us throughout the afternoon. By Tuesday, we're mostly cloudy with a chance for showers developing yet again later in the day. We may have a few isolated thunderstorms in there, and they'll linger into Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday afternoon, a variably cloudy sky expected. That first rain event for the week will bring just over a 1/4 of an inch for us in Madison, but notice that tight gradient there. The higher accumulation totals will be just to the southwest, so a little bit of a shift up could bring a little more rain to the southwest corner of the state. Most of it, though, does seem to stay a little bit to our south, and that is good news for us. We'd like for it to stay to the south. Mostly cloudy overnight. Will fall to the low 40s by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, even with that sunshine, it'll still be a little cool in the low 60s for our afternoon high, so a degree or two cooler than where we're at today. By Tuesday morning, mostly cloudy, and then again, that rain chance starts to creep in later in the afternoon. Most of the showers will stay to the south. That overnight low of about 43 is a little below average. It's going to be windy outside. Our breeze coming from the northwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, but our wind gusts could be anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour. So keep that in mind for tomorrow morning. Windbreaker might be a good idea. Tomorrow afternoon, the winds will die down a little bit, anywhere from 8 to 15 expected under a partly cloudy sky, but it is going to be a little cooler outside. Unfortunately, 61 the high for the day. So in the low 60s for Monday and Tuesday will be below average. And then by the end of the week, temperatures will improve a little bit. We have a slight chance for showers on Monday, mainly in the morning in the mid 70s. for afternoon highs on Wednesday. And then our chance for those showers and thunderstorms builds back in again by Thursday and Friday. We could be looking at a little more accumulation for the end of the week, but temperatures, at least for the end of the week, won't be quite as cool, Keely, because dropping back to the low 60s, that's not the direction we want to go right now with our temps.
Some glimmers of hope, though, in Wednesday and next Sunday,
A little
Saturday, maybe.
Little hints of some sunshine mixed in there.
We need more of that. Thank you, Dana. Well, still ahead, the Badgers try to pull off the upset of the year in college sports. Sports is next.
The Bucks trying to take their show north of the border. The Deer off to a 10-1 start in the playoffs, running over and through the Raptors in games 1 and 2. Game 3 tonight at Scotiabank Arena. This game is so good we have to go to the end. Bucks down 2 in regulation. Chris Middleton. No. Chris Middleton, yes. Tied at 96. We would go to overtime. Bucks down 3. Not for long. George Hill had 24 off the bench, ties it at 99. And Malcolm Brogdon, 20 of his own in reserve duty. The floater. We go to double overtime, tied at 103. Giannis would foul out in double OT. Kawhi Leonard did not foul out. Off the turnover, they call him the Claw because he has huge hands. Right, left, doesn't matter. Going the distance for the stuff, and then Leonard. 36 points. He played 52 minutes. Raptors win 118-112. Bucks lead 2-1. Game 4, Tuesday, 7:30.
I know we're going to step our level of play up. I thought we came out went through the motions a little bit, got ourselves down. And it was sort of a hole we couldn't really dig out of the whole game. So our energy and effort will step up. Our defense will step up. Our rebounding, limiting their second chance points will step up.
Wisconsin softball head coach Yvette Healy said if you're going to play on Championship Sunday of the NCAA Regionals, you might as well play the #1 team in the country. The Badgers would have to beat Oklahoma twice to advance to next weekend. The Sooners had won 41 straight games, an NCAA record. Badgers don't care. Down 1-0, Caroline Hedgecock works the squeeze to perfection. Taylor Johnson scores, and it's 1-1. Next batter, how about we squeeze again? Jolie Fish brings home a run that gives the Badgers the lead. 2-1, Caitlin Mentz closes the door. So Badgers win game 1, 2-1. They'd have to beat Oklahoma twice, so in game 2, the Sooners up 1-0, and they double the lead in a hurry. Grace Green leaving. 2-0 OU, and that would stand up. The Badgers get just 4 hits in the game. Oklahoma wins 2-0. Wisconsin season ends at 43-14. Big Ten Women's Rowing Championships, Devil's Lake. Great site for this event. Wisconsin's second novice 8. Middle of the screen. Finished second in their race. Best finish by a Badger boat, edged out by Ohio State in this one. The Badgers finished 3rd as a team, their 10th straight top 3 conference finish. NCAA selection show is Tuesday. The Brewers trying to avoid a sweep in Atlanta. Top 1, Christian Yelich. 0 hits in the series until we call this a solo home run in the business. 1-0 Crew. Top 5, Keston Hiura called up this week. How about your first career Major League homer? Into the friendly dugout. 2-1 Brewers. 3-3 in the 9th, Ben Gamel. First pitch swinging. This would be the game winner. 4-3 Brewers win in 10. They are off tomorrow. Brooks Koepka led by 7 strokes entering the final round of the PGA Championship. But 4 bogeys in a row on the back 9 opened the door for Dustin Johnson. Oh, DJ. He would fade down the stretch. Koepka needs 2 putts from here to win it. How about just 1? 4 over for the day, but 8 under for the tournament's good enough. His 4th major win, 2nd straight PGA Championship. NASCAR race last night, in case you missed it. That's $1 million, the prize for the winner. Kyle Larson in the 42. His family will get really good Christmas gifts. He wins the $1 million. After the race, Ryan Newman bumps Clint Boyer. This is on the cool-down lap. Irony. Supposed to be cooling down. Boyer not happy. How not happy was he? We settle things old school. Just go, start throwing fists. Okay. Both drivers called the principal's office after they were separated. NASCAR says they will keep an eye on the situation. I know the kids like to beef on the gram and they like to beef on the tweets, but Clint Boyer, no time to get the phone.
Old school.
Old school.
Just go right for it.
Dale Earnhardt Sr. smiling somewhere looking down at that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. We'll be right back.
Safe.
Overnight, things are going to stay pretty quiet for us. That's the good news. Cloudy and windy heading into tomorrow. No chances for rain. It'll be cool outside, though. And the low 60s to start the week. Will be a little milder by the end of the week, but notice a few rain chances for us also.
All right, rain, go away. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.